Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will explore one of the most important concepts in SQL, that is constraint. So, this is the next video of previous that discuss about DDL. Okay, so this is the DDL part 2. We are specifically talk about constraints. So, what is constraint? SQL constraint are used to specify rules for data in a table. Constraints can be specified when the table is created with the create table statement or after the table is created with the alter table statement. Constraints are used to limit the type of data that can go into a table. This ensures the accuracy and reliability of the data in the table. If there is any violation between the constraint and the data action, the action is aborted. Constraint can be column level or table level. Column level constraint apply to a column and table level constraints apply to the whole table. Okay. The following constraints are commonly used in SQL. There are not null that ensure that a column cannot have a null value. Unique ensure that all values in a column are different. The date is primary key. A combination of a not null and uniquely identifies its row in a table. Next is foreign key. Prevent action that would destroy link between table. Check ensure that the value in a column satisfies a specific condition. Default set a default value for a column if no value is specified. Create index used to create and retrieve data from the database very quickly. Okay, let's get started for the demonstration. I will use a new table from LearnSQL-DB. Okay. Sorry, it maybe take a time. I will create a new table. Create table. And maybe for demo. Sorry, I will maybe use a real case. Create table products. Okay. Products for the first ID integer not null. Sorry, for the first constraint that I will demo is not null constraint. And the product name will use varchar with 100 length and not null. Okay, and go. Now we have a new product that have not null constraints. Okay. Okay, it's mean the column value are required. You cannot insert a row without values for them. For example, I will insert one and the name is empty. So it's not mean null. Maybe I will just like this. That's mean as empty string, not null value. Okay. Oh, it's sorry. Maybe like this. Null. And right, the column name cannot be null. Okay, I will remove I will delete from products and go. Okay, the next is unique constraint. Unique constraint ensure that all value in the column are different. I will use alter query, alter table. Okay, I'm sorry, the syntax is wrong. We'll use unique ID and ID. Is it right? No. Okay. And success. That is for a unique ID. So we cannot have the same ID just like before. Okay, I will use one and go. If I use one again, it will fail because nice. The message is duplicate entry 1 for K. Okay, it's because the one is unique, so it cannot be duplicate. Okay, next is primary key. Primary key is like unique also. It uniquely identifies each row in a table and automatically implies not null and unique. Okay, I will use alter again. Add constraint primary ID and primary key ID. I will remove first. Okay, drop first. Nice, it's success. If I add a new data with the same ID, it will fail. Okay, like before. Okay, next is foreign key. Foreign key links a column in one table to the primary key of another. Maybe I will add a new column for the first structure. I will add product ID column. Okay, product ID. Back again to the products and alter table products, add constraint F key, foreign key, product and order. Okay, foreign key ID reference. Oh, sorry, not in the product, but in the orders table, because it's the main table is order and the related or related table is product. Reference products ID. Sorry, this must be product ID. Okay, and go. Oh sorry, orders. And this is successfully. Okay, now the product ID is linked to the ID in products. Okay, maybe I will add product 1 and I will insert new order ID. Okay, another foreign key that we have is in the customer ID column. It's related to the customer table. So the value or rows data in the customer will be shown in this column, in the customer ID column. Okay, and the product, the product one is shown in this table too. Okay, and it will link to the product table. Okay, that is for foreign key. Next is I continue to default constraint. Default constraint assign a default value if none is provided. So if you are done insert a value in a column, you can make it have a default value. So default product may be default product and default. I will assign product as a default value. Okay, maybe for the default constant I will add new column, alter table, products, and I will add column status with varchar 20 and the default is active, and go. Okay, now we have a new column that by default assigned by active. Okay, I will try and nice, this is the default value, product 2. What if I set as empty string and the value must, oh no, status. Maybe I will try again, product 3, and okay, I will modify this query. What will happen, and oh sorry, product 4. Product 4 and nice, this is active, will be so active value. Okay, that is for default constraints. Okay, the last is I will show you how to drop the column, drop the constraint. I'm sorry, drop the constraint. You just alter table, products, what you have, I will drop primary ID, drop constraints, primary ID. Okay, What can we use here? Okay, drop primary key. Okay, alter table, product, drop primary key. And the result is, oh, it's because the foreign key is created. Okay, maybe I can remove the primary key. Alter table orders, drop constraints, fk product order. Go, and it's successful. Now the foreign key is removed. Okay, sorry. Why it's not removed? Maybe I will try again. Maybe this is the right syntax because the foreign key is also an index. Okay, and yeah, this is removed. Okay, that's all for the DDL part 2 or constraint lesson. Okay, sorry, for the last, keep in mind that constraint names are required when dropping. Okay, if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the future SQL tutorial. Okay, thank you and see you in the next video. That is the last SQL video series.